What is up, Starseeds? It's Sid, and I am just waiting to pop here at this point, as you can see. So I figured I would hop on today and do a sort of quick video on how to have an amazing gender reveal during the coronavirus pandemic on a budget while being pretty spiritual. So let's get into it. I was thinking about writing notes, but I'm like, really, there's just a few key things I need to hit on, which is whether or not you want to have a gender reveal, where it's going to be, who's going to be there, what food you want to have, what like decorations you want to have, and how you're going to do the reveal. Also kind of included in that topic that we'll talk about at the end is whether or not you and possibly your partner want to peek at the gender so you know what it is before you reveal it to some close friends and family. Now, let's get into it. So, whether or not you want to have a gender reveal is totally up to you, okay? Up to the parents of the baby to come, because it's become very popular lately, and I'm all for that. Because let me tell you why. You can never celebrate bringing a soul to earth too much, okay? So I am all for the gender reveals, diaper parties, which I didn't have, baby showers, all of it, okay? I think it's awesome because you're bringing a soul to earth. Like, you cannot celebrate that too much. But anyways, I'm like the first person in my family, I think, to ever have a gender reveal. I feel like it's, back in the day people just didn't do that because in the olden days they were like, oh, I'm pregnant because, I've missed my period for a few months and now I got a little tummy. And then they would have a kid and they'd be like, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl, oh, surprise, it's twins, it's triplets, They weren't like, oh, I'm pregnant, and then it's like, oh, let's celebrate because now we know the gender, and then like, oh, let's celebrate because we want stuff now. It's just kind of like one little celebration after the baby comes. But nowadays, people celebrate it a lot more, and I love it. And if you want a video on how to have an amazing baby shower, check out my video next week, aka probably in a few days, because I want to film it before I go into labor. Anyways, so if you decided you want a gender reveal, congratulations. Now let's get into where you're going to have it and who you want there. So, especially during this pandemic, you need to think about whether or not people feel comfortable. So, are you going to keep it small? Even if there wasn't a virus supposedly going around. Sorry, I keep fixing my hair. I don't know what's up with it. I would just want the gender reveal small and the baby shower bigger. That's just what I did. That's just what I preferred. But if you want a big gender reveal and you think people feel comfortable with it, then honey, go for it. That's all I can say to you. It's totally your choice. But definitely think about who you want there and if they're comfortable with this whole situation. So yeah, for me personally, not a lot of people on my side of the family even knew that I was pregnant until like the day of the gender reveal. So none of my family ended up coming because of the day I decided to do it on. Also in the category of where and who's coming is when you're going to do it. So I decided I love 4th of July. I'm all about freedom. I'm all about parties in the summer and having fun with family and friends. And I was like, I want it on the 4th of July because I want a firework. And I had no clue that doing a firework was like a popular thing. I had no clue that they actually had gender reveal fireworks. I thought I was like the first person to think of this. Totally wasn't. But I totally didn't care. I was like, I'm still having my firework. Like, I am having my blue or pink firework. It's happening, and it's happening on the 4th of July. So I got what I wanted, but my mom couldn't come, my brother couldn't come, my friends couldn't come, my dad couldn't come, my aunt, cousins, like no one on my side of the family could come, and I was like, it's okay. It's still going to be on the 4th of July, and we can just do it with Zach's family. So that's what we did. It was a very small, very intimate, just Zach's parents, his grandparents, his great-grandma, Zach and I, and of course, baby here. So, I liked it. It was cool. It was just a few people. And, you know, because of the pandemic, it played out nicely, okay? We FaceTimed my mom, and my brother was with her, so it was all good, right? Um, Looking back, I'm like, I would have liked to have some people from my family there, but they also, like, don't care about gender reveals that much. So I feel like, you know, older people are kind of like, oh, you're having a party to celebrate the gender? But, anyways, think about when you want it, and if it's gonna be on the 4th of July, maybe make it, like, 4th of July themed, but, like, not on the actual day. Or let people know, like, advance, okay? I let people know in advance, but then people forgot somehow. People didn't know it was going to be on the 4th of July, even though I said it was. But make sure you plan the day exactly how you want it and let the people who you want there know. Okay, now getting to food. I forgot to talk about where you're going to have it. Inside, outside, if it's cold, you're going to want it inside. And then you're probably going to want, you know, it to be small because of the virus if people aren't very comfortable, or if you're not comfortable. You're honestly the most important person in this whole gender reveal party, so you need to feel the most comfortable. All right, so have it in a comfortable spot. If the weather is still warm, do it outside if you can. And always have a backup plan to go inside in case something wacky happens with the weather, okay? If you don't want it at your house, you're like, my house is a mess, I want it somewhere else, you know, ask one of the grandparents if you can have it there. Or a close friend, or like a public place, okay? Make sure it's okay with wherever you want it. Now, getting to the food. So, at the baby shower, which I'm going to talk about next week, we had like very individualized food, okay? I actually had 2 baby showers, and one was even more like COVID, I don't know the word, baby brain, pregnancy brain, whatever you want to call it, but it was like individualized packaged food, like Jimmy John's sandwiches, bags of chips, pasta salad, already like scooped into containers. We're going to talk about that more next week. So you could totally do something like that, but if you're only having a few people, just get some hot and readies like I did if people are comfortable with that. Like if it's just, you know, you and your boyfriend or whatever, parents and grandparents, and you've all seen each other during the pandemic and you guys are fine having fruit and veggie trays and some pizza or something like that, then go for it. Or if you're like, I don't know how grandma feels about this, you know, put fruit on separate plates or bowls and just have the amount of, you know, who you're expecting to be there. Put the pizza on plates already so not everyone's touching the same box. It's not that hard to really like individualize the food, okay? But take that into consideration because of what's going on right now. You want people to feel comfortable. Next, decorations, okay? So I really didn't have that many decorations at the gender reveal. I had this sign on a whiteboard that said, this baby's coming to save the world. Do you think it's a Superman or a Supergirl? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it said. And then I had like boy, girl, like tally your vote or something like that, and take a pin. So people could write on the whiteboard, you know, a mark for a boy if they thought it was a boy, or a mark for a girl if they thought it was a girl. And then I had just like clothespins from the dollar store, super cheap, super easy. And I just colored them with a blue marker that I already had and a pink marker that I already had. So I had quite a few pins, way more than I needed because not that many people came, but hey, I had extra and it was fine because you can get a pack of like, I don't even know, like 40 for like $1. So totally fine. And now we have, you know, blue and pink like clothespins or chip clips. So it's all good. And you just want to make sure if you have something like that, like a cast your vote thing, then that it's in view of where people are going to see it when they come into the party. You know, are they walking through the house and then coming into the backyard? Have it right at the entrance of the backyard. Have it right at the entrance of your house or wherever you're having it. And hopefully you have, you know, a smart grandpa or something to say like, yo, you did it wrong. You're supposed to tally and then take a pin. You're not supposed to put a pin under where it says. So make sure it's clear how you want them to do it. Don't be afraid to say like, you guys, there's a sign over there so you can vote and take a pin if you think it's a boy or a girl. You know, that's really like all the decorations I had. I think I had like some candles on tables just to make it pretty. It was not anything above or beyond. And we had just gotten a new house, so there was like signs in the yard, like, you know, the remainder of the forest of weed and trees, because we weeded that yard multiple times. There was all these little baby trees I uprooted. Sorry, baby trees, but there was just too many of you. Yeah, we just had like cute little signs like that around the house, like, you know, guy, girl, alien sign on the bathroom because I'm weird like that. I have a playlist on ETs and hybrids if you're interested. Go check that out. But, yeah, and then really, the last thing I want to talk about on how to have an amazing gender reveal is the actual reveal part, okay? So, do you want to peek? Do you want to know the gender before other people find out with you? I had to. I did not want to have that intimate moment with all of, like, the family. I wanted that for myself. I wanted to process it first. Then I wanted to have a party and celebrate it. I haven't really heard of people doing that, and I did not give a crap. I was like, I don't care if the point of a gender reveal is to find out all together. I don't want to find out all together. I need to find out first by myself because I don't know what my reaction's going to be. Like, I'm totally fine if it's a boy or a girl, but I don't know if I'm going to cry. I don't know how my face is going to look. I need to find out alone first. So when we went to the 20-week ultrasound, we're like, yes, we want to know the gender. And, you know, I totally see a little weenie, and I was like, oh my god, that's the same little weenie I saw the last ultrasound, and it just never went away and turned into a clit. It just stayed a little weenie. So I basically already knew, and before my first ultrasound, I also already knew that was just like my first instinct. I'm like, I just visualized this grown man, like with muscles and like barely any hair and like some tattoos on his arm. I'm like, I think that means it's a boy, but why can't I picture him as a baby? And I mean, now I can, which is really important because you're not gonna pop out a 40-year-old man. You are going to pop out, you know, a baby. And I like ordered this like dog tag necklace for him right when I found out I was pregnant because I just didn't really have any doubt in my mind. You know, I just knew it was a boy for some reason. And then throughout the pregnancy, I had all these like what if thoughts on if it was a girl. I was like, I need to be okay with it being a girl too, you know? Like, I don't want to, like, I don't know, freak myself out if it's not. So then, you know, throughout the pregnancy, I was like, oh, like, what if it's the girl, though? I just have to be comfortable with that, too. So then by the time we were finding out the gender, I had just, like, mind effed myself, and I really didn't even know anymore. I was like, what if I got all this boy stuff and it's a girl? And then I was like, I'd totally be comfortable with it being a girl. And I'm just thinking about, like, a future girl, too. But really, I knew it was a boy. But I'm glad I found out by myself just because of the whole mind process I went through, the whole pregnancy, like wondering is my intuition right? Am I second guessing my intuition? Which one is my intuition right now? Like, I don't even know. But, yeah. And then how you want to do it. Do you want a firework? Do you want just a confetti popper thing? Do you want to cut a cake? You know, there's so many different things you can do. You can start up a car or a bike and have the smoke be blue or pink. Do you want it to even be blue or pink, or do you want to just like open up an envelope and scream it's a boy, it's a girl? You know, it's totally up to you. And I just wanted to make this video to show that you can totally do a gender reveal on a budget. Like, literally, we just got some food. That was pretty much it. We got food and a pack of clothespins from the dollar store. Totally on a budget. Totally cute, you know? We kept it small and intimate, and we took an account to make sure everyone was comfortable. And it turned out great, okay? Only thing is, if you're doing a firework, wait until it's dark out, because we shot off this firework, and looking back at the video, you can clearly see the blue smoke before the firework goes up in the air. But all the great-grandparents are like, what color is it? Is the baby white? I mean, like, we thought it was a white baby. Like, I'm like, okay. Enough with, like, the white jokes. It was a blue firework, all right? And then we did some more at night after the grandparents left to go sleep, because they go to sleep early. We just did some Zach and I and his parents, you know, like the great grandparents left, so we got some more videos once it was dark, just to like get videos of blue fireworks, because we got a bunch of blue fireworks and it was great. Just make sure whatever you do to reveal it, you hide it, you take the blue or pink like wrapping of it off, or if someone is getting this for you, make sure they do it properly if you don't know the gender yet and you are designating someone else to get the stuff for you. You know what I mean? Just make sure if you want it to be a secret, it's kept a secret, okay? If you find out the gender before you tell the family and it's really just a reveal for the family like I did, make sure you don't blurt it out on accident. I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, we just need to get the blue firework or the pink firework. Like, I tried to catch myself and no one said they noticed, but I don't know if they were just trying to make me feel good or not. My pregnant butt totally gave it away before, but I guess no one picked it up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've only done a couple of these like pregnancy parenting videos before, and I'm usually doing like scientific spiritual videos, so that's what I usually do. But you can check out my playlist if you are interested, and I cannot believe how just like pregnant I look right now. I've just been trying to talk and not focus on how I look, because I'm just in a sack of meat on a giant floating rock, you know. I'm just a soul in this meat suit floating through space. That's how I see it. And if you're interested in other videos, check out the playlist, check out my Patreon in the description, or just email me if you want to work out like some spiritual coaching stuff, card reading, past life regression, hypnosis therapy, or anything like that. I'm into all that weird stuff. And I will be back next week with how to have an amazing baby shower during COVID, also on a budget. All right. Love and light, you guys, and the hybrid children are coming soon.